This week we talked about breakthroughs in medicine. Uh, and Monday we talked about cloning. More again. Man, that's a huge controversy, I guess, in this class. Wednesday we talked about Medicare, and then Friday your wife was in. That was fun. Very tear jerking, and made me contemplate about what I want to do later. But back with but let's just start back to word on Monday. Uh, we'd come back. We had just we watched the movie. We kind of talked about it in class with each other. Uh, we talked about different ways of how to reproduce our body parts. We saw some 3D printing on YouTube from what you showed us. Um, I think that's pretty neat. And then like prosthetics, I liked that. That was pretty cool. I noticed something about the prosthetics that was interesting, but I think it had something to do because I think it had something to do with a video game, but that doesn't really matter. It was just probably sponsored. Um, and on Wednesday with the Medicare stuff, I kind of hate that there's so many freeloading people that just use that service. Like, I don't have any medication. I've never broken a bone. I have not done anything to disrupt my health in my life ever. But apparently, I'm paying for or helping pay somebody else to abuse the system. And I don't. I kind of wish it wasn't like that. I wish it was for me and myself only. Uh, I know that probably sounds messed up, but I don't know. I don't know these other people. I don't know what they've been through, but if they're not willing to change their life or be productive citizens, then well, that sucks for them. They should quit. I don't know. I'm just so. But and then on Friday, uh, your wife was in. I don't have a pink pillow with me, but that was funny that you brought one. Uh, yeah, I've kind of thought about it of what I want, and I know that my situation is going to change, and I know I can't really put that on a piece of paper, and I'm probably not going to keep that up to date because I am lazy. I will probably forget about the document as my life goes on, you know. But I know that for a fact that like if I am in pain that is like uncurable, put me out. Like if I'm retired and I just feel awful in my joints and my head and my ears, put me out. Put me down. I'm just not I'm just going to be a grumpy old man. My grandchildren will not think highly of me if I get there. If I have children in the first place. Um uh the question that you had us think about all week was just because we can, should we? Uh, Usually the answer is yes, to a degree. I don't think that for like inhuman or if the testing is too dehumanizing, it probably won't happen. But usually I think we usually do the stuff anyway. And I, if it leads to the betterment of our society, then sure, let it happen. Everything else seems to be more like what everything is kind of catered to what your choice is, what you want to do. it's it's made fairly. I don't think that it could be any worse. Or I just think it's good right now. Now, uh, but back to your wife on that story or those stories. Uh, am I wasn't close to either one, but both of my grandmas have died within the last 4 years. My first generation ones, and so my dad's mom, for a third of or my life, for a third of my life, for about 6 years, she was basically confined to a wheelchair, and she couldn't really like speak, and sh I don't know. It just felt like I I couldn't talk to her, obviously, because she couldn't speak, but I felt like I didn't have grandma. And when she died, I wasn't there when she died, but when I heard about it, I was thinking, biggest thing I was thinking was, I feel bad for my dad. And then I was thinking that I'm glad that she was able to pass on, but I hated that she had to suffer for so long. She was, I don't know, I was so detached by the time she had passed away. And I feel bad about that, but I don't know. I was young too. I, I don't know how to feel about it, but now I wish I made more of an effort or had more of a chance to know who she was. And then my mom's mother died on Christmas morning. She went out like a light bulb. That sounds weird. I'm getting there. Um, she so my mom and dad were at her apartment. I was in Kansas City, so I wasn't home. Um, but she was having an okay time, and this light bulb and like the light fixture was flickering, and my dad gets up to screw it back in because it's probably getting loose. He looks back down toward her, and she's just gone. It's She went so fast, and it's incredible. There's something to say about going quickly rather than suffering, but it seems like my mom's mother had it what feels like easy. She just passed like immediately. And sure, it was traumatizing to both my mom and dad, but oh god. The only thing that I fear from death is the suffering. Like seeing my both my grandmas side to side comparison. I just kind of hope that it goes quick. I don't want to suffer for 6 years. If I was in my dad's mother's position, I would just sign a paper that says put me down. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to live my life like that. I don't even Yeah, it's just hard to comprehend that. She couldn't walk. She barely. When she first started, I was 14, we were walking her around the home with her walker, but we still had to help her hold up. Like we had to hold on to her belt, her waist. Uh, I'm sorry. Maybe this isn't the kind of review that you wanted this week, but I just thought I'd share that to give you my thought on being old. My my dad's mother, I believe, was in her early 90s, and my mom's mother was in her late 70s when she passed, possibly early 80s, but I feel like it's late 70s. I don't know. If this isn't what you wanted, I'm sorry, but I thought I we would talk about that tonight.